Hey everyone, it's Jen here, and I am doing a reading for all signs for the full moon in Sagittarius on June 14th, 2022. Now, this can still be a timeless reading because if you come upon it um, in the future, maybe the past, I don't know, they say time isn't linear, um, then thinking back to something that was happening around this time frame of the full moon in Sag um, may point to something significant in the future, a culmination, something that's linked or tied back to this time. So I've actually I've gone back and forth from inside to outside because it's a little cold out and I'm below my son's window, but it sounds like he's up and about, so he'll probably have his headphones in anyway. But I wanted to be outside on this beautiful, little crisp Vermont morning. Let's get into what this full moon in Sagittarius is going to be like. So I'm a Sag sun and rising. So I feel the Sag energy very strongly for good and bad. So let's just start with the more challenging aspects of a Sagittarius, of the Sagittarian energy. That would be things, doing things in excess, being too reckless or bold, or being a mutable sign, too wishy-washy, too back and forth, not settling down. Sagittarians um, can be known in their immature state or their negative state as not staying committed in relationships, not being able to commit or stay with that commitment. I guess I'm saying they can cheat. I've never been a cheater. Um, I don't know. But that can be an aspect of the Sagittarian. Do you see that little chickadee that just landed right there? Oh my god, he is so cute. Um, Hopefully we'll see some. I have all the pollinators, the bees, the hummingbirds, and the butterflies come around. There's probably a robin too that it's right up there looking at us because there's a nest right under the deck there. But we coexist. They come back year after year, and I guess it's the male robin who keeps the territory and brings, his lady friend in. Okay, Jen, let's go. Oh, positive aspects of Sag. Um, so Sagittarians are fun. They're lucky. They're spontaneous. They're outgoing. They live in the present moment. Um, they aren't afraid to take risks. They're usually very generous with their positivity and can be very uplifting to be around. They're inspirational even, and yeah, things like that. So that's what comes. So I already was shuffling the cards. Actually, let's look and see what was on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, beautiful. I'm using this Chrysalis Tarot. Oops, I gotta hold my hand up. I think it has a really beautiful colors there. What's on? So on the bottom is the World card, Psyche. So look how gorgeous that is. I know the lighting might be a little funky because the sun's coming up right over there, but I wanted to be outside. What a beautiful card. So this is starting a whole new phase of life, wrapping up something. Oh, speaking of the bee, it's buzzing me. Ah! Okay, be careful what you wish for, right? Um, okay, sorry for that little interruption from the bee. Maybe if you connect with bees somehow, that is a message that there may be something in this reading for you. Sorry, I should talk closer to the computer. Yeah, there could be a big win, a big change, a big promotion, a new job, winning getting a loan, having something accepted, like if you have a bid on a house, something where you're starting your life. Looking back, you'll think of this as the beginning or the end of something and the beginning of a phase in your life, which is it's I mean it's seen as a positive card, but it can be anything. It can be sort of matter of fact in the sense that you finish school, you graduate. You know what I mean? It's a good thing, but it just kind of is a cycle or the way it is, I guess. So let's see what and she kind of has butterfly wings on that sun and sunflowers. Look at the sunflowers in her dress. Gorgeous. Then we had the king, the poet. I love the name of that. The King of Scrolls. This is the King of Air, the King of Swords. And the poet, because I think air signs, especially the Queen of Swords, people love to just, what a cold, she's a divorced, cold bitch. Now, that in the very negative, ah, the bee's back. Oh my God. Crazy. Um, I see a butterfly moving in across the lawn. Be interested to see if it shows up. So the air signs, the sword cards, they are articulate. They're funny. I think probably a lot of comedians are air signs, maybe with a strong water because they seem to be a little, um, maybe can have some dark shit like maybe Scorpio down there, but that's very obviously generalized. Kind of everything we talk about in tarot is sort of stereotypical because it's used to show like a type of energy. It's not meaning to. I don't know how to do it without describing characteristics, honestly. Um, that's a blue jay, sorry. They're loud. Okay. A mature air sign, an action oriented person. This is writing that book. This is just saying fuck it and going for something. The Fool energy is very, I think, tied to Sagittarius, although their major arcana card is Temperance, which is balance, tempering those two, balancing those two different sides I talked about at the beginning. This is communication. This is looking at the facts. This is using your head. So this is something definitely the Sagittarian energy needs to gain that balance from their spontaneous, let's just go for it, leap before you think type of energy coming out. So this can also mean asking, having a professional think things over. I have some drainage problems in my driveway, and I kind of had an idea in my head what he would do, but he actually suggested, some other things and explained, how everything, and I was like, yeah, yeah. So um, that's why we have people who specialize in things out there because we can't know everything. So being open to opinions and other people's opinions. Sorry, not opinions. No, I'm getting a no. No, no, not opinions. Um, to people with expertise, to data, to facts. Um, okay, whoops. Okay, next card. I had a few come out here. I actually wanted to get this one last, but doesn't matter. The Four of Swords, the Four of Spirals. This is rest, relaxation. Oh, I did some channeling that I forgot to read, and this goes along with that. So, the first thing that came up was the need to count or verify something. So, an example, I may need to count some of my tarot cards. I've had a few instances over the last 30 plus years. I've had tarot decks and been reading tarot of finding a stray card or two, like that fell under my bed or fell back behind something. And I'm always so curious when that happens to find out what cards are they. So I remember the Eight of Cups wasn't one for some reason. I mean, for some reason I remember the Eight of Cups. And I think the Eight of Pentacles, that is weird, have gotten lost before. And so I'm always curious, like, why did that get taken out? So I guess look for things that are missing and um, to try to get balance, to try to get the whole picture. This are where things like diversity and inclusivity has been shown, the data time and time again, um, creates a better product, a better team. It's just better to have a diverse perspectives. Okay. Oh, and the other thing that I channeled, allow yourself time to relax, which was the whole fucking point I got of this card. Enjoying yourself, be spontaneous, feel childlike, as in being present, enjoying the moment. So that's a very Sagittarian energy to me. So the Four of Swords here, the Four of Spirals as well, just recuperating, taking time to relax, enjoying the present moment, meditating, calming your head. It's interesting, we have now two air signs coming out, uh, balancing that passionate, fiery Sagittarian energy. Holy shit. Ace of Swords, another air sign, another sword card. This sword card is about a new thought, a new understanding, but it's a really focused one. So, excuse me, there are times when it's hard to make a decision, or it's hard to, we have so many facts and we have so much information coming at us. What's most important? How do we make a decision? And the Ace of Swords is when your brain just, what is the bottom line? What is most important? It is family, it's health, it's friendships, it's being a good person. It's, you know what I mean? It's kind of whatever it is for you in that situation. But sort of getting down to the most important thing. And well, so far, we'll see with these two. We don't have cups coming up. We're in air. We're in a fire moon. Um, and right now we're in Gemini air, and then we're having all these swords coming up. So definitely having that fire energy, that Sag energy of being bold and going for things, but with facts, fueling that, um, and guiding that process. Now we have, the fuck are the spirals? Oh my god, that's so funny. The other card is the card in the thing. I have to look up. I have to figure out what spirals are in this deck. Mirrors are cups, stones are pentacles. So those spirals are fire. Oh, so we have the ace. Yes, exactly. The balancing the air and the fire energy. This is passion. This is attraction. This is that spark, the being inspired, enthusiastic, really getting our. It's not just our feelings, because that is in the realm of the cups cards, but getting our motivation to move on something, to take action on something, to put energy into something. This could be really, some of you may be deciding to go back to school or apply to go back to school or training. Oh, my father has I can smell campfire smoke all of a sudden because he's burning some just old scraps of wood and stuff and underbrush that have fallen off the trees and whatever. I just wish you could feel how it feels to be out right here, right now. It's like you wake up in the morning and you have a plan, you have a focus with these aces. Um, Remember, we had that world card. We are wrapping something up and we are really on board and ready to take action, ready, excited to start the day. So that is very much, again, that um, Sagittarian energy where you're just, yeah, let's go. I'm ready to go forward. I'm ready to push forward, but being done in a mature way. Like, I have a plan. Fuck, cards are falling out everywhere. Excuse me. Speaking of, I think that's enough. Let's, Five of Cups at the bottom of this deck, the Light Seers deck. Yeah, so this is like, it's time to move on. Now, if you've just had a fresh um, breakup or something that, you know, that hurt your feelings, okay, I'm not, that, this isn't talking to you. But if it's been a minute, it's time to move on and sort of snap out of it. And I do see with the world, it's wrap it up. What the fuck are you doing? Life is short. Wrap it up. There are two of cups still on the table. So if this is a relationship, your true love is still out there. You can still find someone, but you have to let go of the past and move forward. King of Cups. Here we have the Cups cards are coming out. Interesting, huh? From this other deck. So mature water sign, someone with emotional intelligence, someone who can communicate and share their feelings, um, and are sensitive of your feelings. So moving forward in whatever this new phase of your life is with emotional intelligence. Fire. Here's the Sagittarian energy. Interesting. Now we have fire and water coming out, which do temper each other. But if one is too strong, too much intensity and fire can evaporate the water, can make the emotions run dry, and too much emotions, too much drama, too much dampening of a fire sign's energy and motivation and action and fun and spontaneity can make them feel like this isn't this depressed in both cases. Like, I can't live just playing it safe and in the doldrums and the same thing time and time again. What's this last card? Decision on where to put your energy. We only have so much energy, and the Two of Wands says, where's your, first of all, where's your energy going? We'll go back to the Swords. The Swords cards are going to make a list. They're going to quantify it. Let's look at the data. How do you spend most of your day? That's why with things like behavioral changes, they ask you track what you're doing for a couple of weeks so we can see the patterns. So you can see on paper, because we think, oh, I don't eat that much fat, I don't eat that much sugar. But when you have to, or I get a lot of steps, but when you're actually tracking what you do, you can see a different picture, good and bad. I have a friend who walks their dog like every single morning and in the afternoon. She's like, always like, I don't exercise. I'm like, what are you talking about? You walk your dog for like a couple miles every morning up a hill. Like, how is that not exercise? So she would find, I think her steps are her exercise is much higher than she realizes. But so are you putting your energy into things that dampen your energy, drain your energy? Or are you putting it towards things that um, fuel you and are going to benefit you in the long run? And then go there. put your energy there. So I'm almost getting this feeling of, with that Five of Cups, breaking yourself free from a situation that was dampening your fire too much, that was drowning your fire, that was stifling you. That's a good word for it. And that could be anything. You'd have to, whatever comes to mind when you first heard that. It's probably some sort of relationship, but that could be friendship, family, um, romantic, working relationship. It usually with the tarot though, it's usually within ourselves. Like, what are we not letting go of? What are we harping on ourselves for? Like, again, my friend who, oh, I never get any exercise. Like, stop saying that. You get exercise. You get plenty of exercise. There was actually, I heard this on NPR, I think, a while ago, but there was a study with, I think, hotel um, people who clean hotel rooms. They call them maids. I don't think that's the appropriate word for it anymore. Um, and did sort of the basic vital signs, and whoops. And then it was a randomized trial, I believe. One group, they they said, "Do you realize you're getting 15,000 steps a day? You're constantly, you're building up muscle tone, and this is, how good what good exercise and how healthy it is that they're moving around. They're not sitting at a desk all day." And the other group, they did nothing. The people with that they educated them, they gave them the facts on all this, the health benefits of their job. All of their vitals um, decreased into for the better. It was like just shifting that perspective. And that's the thing, if we wake up and we're like, oh, another day, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know where to start, I um focusing on, just not able to, feeling motivated to, I am lucky to be alive, it's a brand new day, let's make it the best of it. And I know that's easier said than done, but starting on the journey to spiritually, and internally and mentally shift things so that your time spent. I just ran into someone I've known since I was a child. I babysat for her kids when I was a kid, who has non incurable metastatic colon cancer. It goes by so fast. I know I'm a 51-year-old saying this, and if you're younger, you're like, yeah, yeah, whatever. It goes by so fucking fast. Um, my parents' generation, it just, we're losing them one after the other. And yes, that can make you very depressed, or that could be motivated. And Sagittarius, that fire energy, is motivating. You're going to be inspired to, yeah, I'm sick of going this fucking job that I hate, and this interests me. I'm going to go for this, and um, appreciating what you do have, and living and experiencing things that you want to experience, and going for it with the balance of this. Air energy is using your head though, because it's a mature, I'm getting this, the fire energy, the Sagittarius energy, is the positive side, the more balanced side, the ones that are incorporating the temperance that they've learned, that balance into their everyday life. Um, and I know whenever I'm balanced and I'm living balanced, I don't know why I fight it, because when the temperance card comes up as a Sag, I'm like, ugh, like, I feel, Sagittarians don't like being restricted. They like to feel free. They don't want someone that's going to try to tie them down. Um, they can be committed, but someone who's like, yeah, like domineering or controlling, or um, that energy really wears on them. But trying to find a way to, I've lost my train of thought, for fuck's sake. where yeah, it's like freeing yourself of things internally that have been holding you back, or those fears, those worries, and realizing if not now, when. Sometimes the Fool card is that says there may never be the perfect time, so you have to live. You, and again, we have the facts. We do have the swords cards. We're using our heads, but still, you don't know how a job interview, a job, or a relationship's going to go until you are in it and trying it on for size. Sounded weird, Jen. Um, so sometimes you just have to live. You have to experience things to be able to make an educated decision. Go for it. The Sag full moon, it's to end the things that have been tying you down and holding you back and live. Okay? Please like it, share it, and subscribe. I'll just sit here for a little bit if you're enjoying the outside, and maybe meditate, do some journaling, or just sit. Thank you. Bye.